Hello everyone, welcome back to Java Tech Talks. In the previous session, we discussed what is a program, what is a programming language, and what are the types of programming languages. In today's session, we are going to discuss one of the most important topics in this Java tutorial series, Introduction to Java. First, we will see today's agenda. We will discuss history of Java and what is Java and what are the technologies available in Java. Let's start with the history of Java. Learning the history of Java is not mandatory, but it is recommended because it helps us understanding how Java started. Java was invented by James Gosling and with his friends in the year 1991. Initially, Java was designed for interactive television-based application. At the first, the language was named as Oak, which is the name of a tree located outside James Gosling's office. Later, when the team decided to release the project to the market, they changed the name from Oak to Java. The name Java comes from Java coffee beans, which are known for being strong. Similarly, Java programming language is also powerful and easy to learn. The first version of Java was released in January 1996 by Sun Microsystems. Initially, Java was owned and maintained by Sun Microsystems. Later, in the year 2010, Oracle Corporation acquired the Java license. Since then, Oracle has been responsible for maintaining Java. Now, let's understand what is Java. Java is a class-based high-level object-oriented programming language. Using Java, we can develop any type of applications such as desktop applications, web applications, mobile applications, and enterprise applications. Java is also a platform independent language. Don't worry, we will clearly understand each term step by step with an example. As we discussed earlier, Java is a class-based high-level object-oriented programming language. First, we will say what is class-based language. Everything in Java is retained inside a class. We can tell class is a blueprint or replica. Let's take a real-time example of a Swiggy and Zomato. In the Swiggy and Zomato, we can see the restaurants, delivery boys, customers, orders. Let's think of a restaurant blueprint. It defines the kitchen, number of tables, the staff, and services provided. Similarly, a class in Java is a blueprint that defines the variables and methods. Variables will provide some data and methods will provide some action or behavior. Objects are created from this class just like a restaurant is built using its blueprint. Based on the blueprint, restaurant will be constructed. Based on the classes of Java, objects are created. And then we discussed about Java is also a high-level programming language. First, first we will understand what is high-level means. In the previous session, we discussed high-level and low-level programming languages. Let's take a real-time example. One delivery boy wants to deliver the food to some particular address. Imagine if I give the instructions like turn 30 degrees right, walk for 30 seconds and stop, then turn 20 degrees left, walk for 5 minutes. This is confusing and difficult to follow, just like low level programming. In low level programming, if we take the machine language also a low level programming. Machine language will directly communicate with the computer because it's in the binary language. I mean zeros and ones. As we have give the instructions to delivery boy like turn 30 degrees and walk for 30 seconds and turn 20 degrees. This is also confusing. Machine language, it is very difficult to understand the machine language like this. In the high level programming language, a delivery boy wants to deliver the food. Instead of giving the step by step directions, we can simply say come to the road number 1, flat number 10, and first floor. This is very easy to understand for the delivery person. High level programming language works the same way. High level programming language is use easy, simple and easy syntax that human can read and write, understand and execute the program very easily. Java is a high-level programming language which makes it easy for developers to write and understand the code very easily. Next, we will see what is object-oriented. Java follows object-oriented principles like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Java works with real-world objects which makes application more modular and we can reuse the code and it is easy to maintain. We will discuss about all these object-oriented principles very detailed in upcoming sessions. Next, we will discuss this platform independent language. Before going to platform independent language, first we will see what is platform. A platform is the environment where a program runs. Let's understand with a simple. I am teaching a Java course. I am teaching Java. YouTube is providing a platform where I can teach Java. Similarly, Java provides a runtime environment where the programs will execute. Next, we will understand what is platform independent means. Platform independence means write once, run anywhere, overall. Write once, run anywhere. We can write the code here and we can run that code in anywhere. How we can achieve this platform independent? Like I have written the code in Windows, as I stated before, I can run the same code in other machines Linux, Mac, and Solaris. Write the code in Windows machine and I can run the same code in other OS operating systems without changing the code. First we see how we can achieve this one. Java source code will be compiled by Java compiler. Then it will generate one dot class file. Dot class file will be in bytecode format. Bytecode runs on the Java virtual machine. Every operating system has its own JVM. JVM, we will discuss about JVM more in upcoming sessions. Just remember these points. Every operating system has its own JVM. Windows has Windows JVM, Linux has Linux JVM, Mac has Mac JVM. So here, write the code in Windows OS and then I can run the same code in Linux machine and Mac machine and Solaris machine. It has its own JVM. JVM will responsible to execute the code. Let's understand this within a real-time example. Suppose I have a video file. We want to watch the same video on mobile, laptop and smart TV. We can do that because each device has a media player. That is why the video is playing. In similarly, we can consider Java bytecode as a video, JVM like a media player. So that if we have the video, media player will play it. If the Java bytecode is available, JVM can able to execute that particular bytecode. That's why the same Java code runs on all operating systems. Next, we will understand what are the technologies available in Java. Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, and Java Micro Edition. We will discuss what is Java Enterprise Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, Java Standard Edition, and Java Micro Edition. Java Micro Edition. Using Java Standard Edition module, we can develop the standalone applications. Standalone application means the application which you need to download it from the browser and then install it for our usage. Like I have in a system, I need of Notepad++. If you want to use the Notepad++, we need to download this Notepad++ software and we need to install in our system. Then we can use the features of Notepad++. Standalone applications, we can also call it as desktop applications. Only at a time, one user can access the standalone applications. Now, we will see what is Java Enterprise Edition. The Java Enterprise Edition module is mainly used to develop the web applications and enterprise applications. Many users can access these web applications and enterprise applications at a time. Desktop applications, only one person can access at a time. Java Enterprise Edition is built on top of Java Standard Edition. Java Standard Edition is base for Java Enterprise Edition. We can consider small-scale applications as a web application, IT training institute websites and restaurant booking websites, etc. And we can consider large-scale applications as a enterprise applications like banking application, insurance application. Nowadays, we have different types of banking applications like SBI, ICICI, and HDFC. Finally, we will discuss about what is Java Micro Edition. Java Micro Edition is mainly used to develop the mobile application. In both web applications and mobile applications, the internal logic will be performed by Java Standard Edition only. Hence, Java Standard Edition is base for both Java Enterprise Edition and Java Micro Edition. By using Java Micro Edition, we can develop the mobile applications. Nowadays, all of them have mobile phones, even kids as well. So, in our mobiles, we will use the different apps in day-to-day life like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. So these applications we can develop by Java Micro Edition. I hope you have clearly understood what is Java, what are Java technologies. In the next session, we will discuss what are the features of Java. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Java Tech Talks for more Java tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you in the next session.